Welcome to This Is Country TV. We are headed to Burwell, Nebraska. I've got my kids with me and we are going to the rodeo. Nebraska's big rodeo is what they have going on, and it's almost 100 years old. A lot of history, and it brings a big crowd to this little small town. So we're going to show you that, as well as go into Burwell, Nebraska. We're going to show you around town, things to do, and places to eat. This is all brought to you by Hoff Power Auto Group. And it's not just auto. Anything you need farming, ranching, or outdoors, they have you covered. In this fast-paced world we live in, I like to take the road less traveled. I love small towns that haven't changed in years and ranchers set in their ways. Back road driving, small town dining, long dusty trails, and horses fast as hell.
Windmills in Palm Jack, so forgotten town.
How's it going, man?
Good. What are we gonna do today? Like it?
Gold dust devils, stars light up the ground.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the final event.
We're gonna go out and try to get some
Train
hogs.
whistle blowing, can't you hear that lonesome sound? Keep on rolling through the darkness, moving through your town.
We're gonna be in Fairfield, Texas today. If you would like to help out another Wish kid, go to westernwishes.org.
Oh, now drinking old crow whiskey don't mean that you can fly. You'll be higher than the mountains, might not touch the open sky. Keep on spinning around in circles. You back down on the ground. You back down.
We're in Burnett, Texas.
We call it an epidemic.
Never know what you're gonna get.
The cowboy way of life is still alive and well, and I want to take you along for the ride. Visiting small towns and ranches with some of the best people you can find. Now to me, this is country.
Double shifts ain't much fun, but I'm a money-hungry son of a gun. It ain't no easy living off the land, but God bless me with the two strong hands. I know to be no big dreams, just got a family that depends on me, and I won't let them down with certainty. But every once in a while I like to have a good time. Every once in a while I need to just unwind. I need a little time on the bottle, time for myself, tired of only living for everybody else. I need a hill country groove, anything to take away these working man blues. I need a time on me, time on you, doing everything that you want to do. It ain't nobody business when my hitch is done. Yeah, tonight I'm gonna have some fun. Yeah, tonight I'm gonna come undone.
All right, well, hey, we have made it to Burwell, and we're here at the big rodeo. This is Nebraska's big rodeo. And as you can see behind me, this thing is massive. It's way more than I ever expected, so I'm pretty excited about what's gonna take place tonight. I'm sitting here with Teresa. This is the 96th year for this to be going on.
Correct.
And I want to get, you've been here for a long time and been involved a little bit. Your husband's on the board, so I wanted to get some things that go into this from you, because preparation, it takes a lot of people to do it.
It takes a lot of people.
And a long time to make something like this happen.
Right. And to be quite honest, when you're talking about a long time to make it happen, during this performance, this Saturday night performance, it's sad. It's happy because it's our grand finale, but it's sad because we're already starting to look to see what needs tweaked a little bit for next year.
Wow.
So you're just kind of walking around with your eyes open and see what's going on, and it does. It takes all year. My husband's on the board, and so he was in charge of advertising, so I started helping him probably about 15 years ago. And so we make sure we do commercials and do television ads and get the awareness out there. And I'm teaching myself the social media.
Yeah.
I wasn't really
That's a
comfortable
big-
with the social media. It's taken a little bit to wrap my brain around that.
That's a
And
good tool to have.
It is really a good tool to have. It's very effective and it's instant.
Yeah.
It's instant, and I kind
Well,
of
you know
like that.
that in driving around, I know you guys put out so many banners, and you know
Yes.
there's signs everywhere, which I know takes a lot of time to do. But you know
Right.
what's neat is a lot of the businesses and things in town is rodeo something.
Right. Well, yeah, in 1921, this was it for our town, this rodeo. We were very fortunate.
All right, hey, we are here at Barb's Diner, and we were lucky enough that you had a table open because when we popped in, the place was packed, and I'm pretty sure that's how it's been for the last several days. Well, this is Barb, and she is the owner. You've had this nearly 25 years, and tell us what kind of food that you have and what kind of food you cook.
Well, we have burgers and fries, and that's always special. And then we serve, noon specials also. And but they go back to the burgers and fries, a lot of that.
And then when you step in, it's kind of like stepping back into the 50s, like you would have an old diner and the decor that you have. How long did it take you to get that decor?
I started from day one, collecting items, just collecting items. And people bring in items to me from other towns, and I put them on the wall. So yeah.
Now turn around, I want to see the back of her shirt. Rather be at the rodeo. Now that has, the rodeo has spiked the economy, and I'm sure you probably, something that you look forward to as a business owner.
Yes, it's very, very, very busy. We see a lot of new faces, people from everywhere, and it is just swamped. I bring sisters to town, and we do a family thing.
And now what's probably one of the favorites?
Well, we had a lot of specials and hot beef sandwiches, a lot of roast beef and stuff like that, but we sold lots and lots of bacon cheeseburgers and fries, bacon cheeseburgers and fries.
And ice cream.
And ice cream.
I bet that's been a very popular item.
Very, 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 very good.
Awesome. Thank you.
In 1921, we started out with the arena, and then they put the track around it, and the track is the forefathers were thinking in 1945 or whenever the horse racing was good. We had quarter horse racing here, and then when that phase faded out, we found other events to take place, transitioning from the rough stock over to the timed event shoots, and there's something going all the time. If you leave your seat, you're going to miss something.
Definitely. And
It's just fast action
It
and
is.
rolling.
I mean, thinking about
Yeah.
that going on, when you look at the schedule, and you see what's there, you
Right.
think this is going to be, 5 hours or something.
Well, exactly. And there's 15 board members. All 15 board members have their area that they critique and improve every year. And we've got our performance down to 2 hours. Wednesday night's performance was a little bit longer because we coronated our queen, and we have Little Miss Queen. That takes about 15 minutes, which is kind of fun. It's kids' nights.
Yeah.
It's a little girl is getting crowned, so it's all good for the kids.
So
But,
what is one of your favorite events? Since you
well,
have a lot more
I-
than just the traditional rodeo events, you've
Oh,
got...
true. I really love rodeo, and saddle bronc riding is probably my most favorite. But on the track, gosh, I don't know, because each one of them are so unique. We have the chuck wagon races, and Neil Solomon is our guy from Canada, and his horses, he has 3 teams specifically designed for Burwell because our arena is one of the largest ones, and the track, of course, then means it's longer. So he has his own special teams that are just for Burwell. He don't want to tear them down and break them down.
Sure.
And they race here. We do 2 chuck wagon races and a chariot race.
Yeah, when you drive in, I thought, what is that big track for?
Yeah, and we do try to utilize it.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Well, we're setting up here in the area that Mr. Charlie Throckmorton will be at tonight. He's going to
Right.
be the announcer.
And we have 2 announcers. We have Travis Shada, and Travis was here last year, and so we brought both of them on board. It's so much going on. It's just really hard for one person to announce. But
yeah. That way you kind of have a little break while the other regroups. And
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying we won't ever go back to one announcer. I don't know that. I'm not on the board. I'm just a subcommittee or
Yeah,
however you
yeah.
want to call it. But yeah, so it's kind of cool because it is tough to see announce something down below you on the chutes down here or over in the time event, when your eye catches something happening on the track.
That's a big arena.
It's a big arena. We are probably.
So tell me, do you know? I'm sure this is huge for the town as far as the people that come in, because you've got a population, small population, and then I don't know, 10 times that here.
Exactly. Well, actually more than that. We 2 years ago we did a study, and we're a town of 1,240 people. I think that might not be perfect, but we grow to about 20,000. But this event is huge for our town. Economically huge. You open up your doors. It's important that everybody open their doors and let people stay with them. And there's not one person in this town I think you would ever find that didn't say, hey, the rodeo didn't impact me, because it takes the whole community.
Oh yeah.
We have the whole community show up, and we're traditional. I mean, we're very traditional people, and we're grasping onto those roots and hanging on as tight as we can.
So you guys, you're going to see a really cool event tonight, and I'm excited that we're here. I've got my kids with me. Glad that they're going to be here and be part of it.
Well, we're glad you're here.
This is so neat. You know, you hear about stuff like this until you get here and really experience it. It just doesn't do it like it is when you're here. So
wonderful job, Catherine Crandall. We are proud to say we are one nation under God. Amen. First time, first year in Burwell. Ladies and gentlemen, from Cleburne, Texas, make him feel welcome, Mr. Charlie Throckmorton.
Well, thank you, Travis Shada. We certainly appreciate it. I'm impressed up here. I've heard about this rodeo for a long, long time, since I was a kid down in Texas. They said that's the one to go to. Records are made to be broken. But before we start our show tonight,
It's a speedball love song, it ain't no lie. I'm tired of being low, it's time to get high. You got a bad reputation, well I do too, and I know you got another round left in you. So turn it up. Whoa. On your belt. If you're working for hire, I'ma need some help. I got the gas in the tank, so what do you think? I got some coins in my pocket, gonna play some hang. So turn it up. Whoa.
right, guys, we just finished up the rodeo, and I'm here with Dale. He's a board member, so I'm going to let him tell you just a little about some of the history. We're at, what, 96 years?
Well, yes. Back in 21, our forefather started this, and we've been going for 96 years. And we had, years past, we had Indian dancing. I don't know, we had it all.
What do you think one of the biggest highlights for locals, what event is it?
It'd probably be the wild horse race. It's kind of a crowd pleaser.
Definitely.
And
that's something you have no idea what's going to happen.
No, and it's kind of a feather in your hat when you do win. Yeah, it's a bragging right.
Wild horse race is always a great tradition here in the Midwest. Dating back in the day, back so many years ago, the great Madison Square Garden.
Teams out there. Some of them been doing it a long time. All right. Trailers are unloaded. And we're off to the races. Watch him try to hear. And man, I don't know who's got who. I don't know, but on that ticket fence across the way Burwell Livestock Market is giving you a pretty good idea. Inside of the works.
Look at old Solly over here. They put the sign on that one. Something's gonna happen.
Oh, we have 3 teams. 3 teams off to the races. Hang on, boy. Peggy Blue, get out of trying to let you know how we're doing on the backside. We'll go across that fence. Ooh.
Get it?
You okay? The red team, which is the Agron Irrigation, is in the lead. Burwell Livestock Market in second.
Still something he's saying.
The New York Lions. So Ag Valley in first. Burwell Livestock second. Henry Lions and also faster outline the drones.
We still have one out here.
Goodness, that was a close one. Irrigation. I believe, and unofficially, Burwell Livestock Market, New York Lions.
Yeah, you know, and so the population here in town is what, about 1,500 or?
No, probably closer to 1,000, 1,100.
Oh, wow.
And it's pretty amazing. This town of 1,000 people will accommodate 20,000 people for 4 days.
I mean, these stands, there's a lot of seats here, and they were packed.
There is full. And they're standing room only Saturday night.
And then tonight, rodeo's done. You've got music going. You've got the midway. You've still things
Yeah,
going
it's still going. And this is our county fair also. So it actually starts Sunday with single steer roping. And then Monday's 4-H, Tuesday's 4-H, Wednesday's our first performance with 4-H, and Friday's slack, Friday morning slack, Friday night rodeo, Saturday night rodeo, Saturday morning uptown parade. So the board member don't get much sleep.
Not at all. And you guys build up for this for a long time, and then, you know, now it's done with. You're going to have free time you don't know what to do with.
No, well, not really, because we'll probably go do what we didn't do last week.
Yeah. You're a local here.
Yes.
So what is, you know, you get a lot of people to come in. I wonder, do you know how it spikes the economy? And, I mean, I know these stores, the gas stations and everything is just,
They're just full.
long lines everywhere.
I'm not a store owner up in town, but I think this week is the profit for the year, and we make enough money to keep the doors open. But this week is the profit for the year. It's a big deal.
Yeah, it is. This is definitely a rodeo that if you like rodeo and you want to go to a different town and try one out, this is the one to come to. It's beautiful country. Weather is great.
Yeah, we did a pretty good job of ordering weather.
Yeah.
It's a western. It's more than rodeo. It's a western show.
Yes, sir.
It's a Buffalo Bill show, kind of.
Yeah, it is. It is. It was good. Well, I'm sure glad that we came, and my kids got to come and see it, be part of it, and everything from the chuck wagon races to every timed event, your rough stock, everything just seemed to go really, really well.
We have a new announcer this year, and he looked at the program. He says, "This is going to take all night." It don't take all night. We got done at 10 o'clock. You know.
And just keep rolling right through it.
Yeah, there's not a moment's rest.
Well, guys, I hope that you enjoyed it as much as we did. Definitely need to come out and make sure to attend in person, because it's a lot better than watching it on TV. But I want to thank you, and it was great.
I want to thank you for coming up.
Yes, sir. We'll be back for sure.
Okay, excellent.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode. Burwell, Nebraska is full of great people, and you definitely need to put Nebraska's Big Rodeo on your bucket list. Be sure to tune in next week as we travel to another small town and show you the country way of life. Also, go follow me on Facebook to keep up with all the episodes we have coming out and past episodes as well. Just search Brian Doty.